Hello and welcome to Christ Church here in Stamford. This year, 2019, marks the 40th anniversary of the founding of the church, and it's situated here today in Green Lane opposite the Bluecoat School. However, fascinatingly, the church did not begin its life in this precise location. The church actually started life on Willoughby Road in response to the new post-war housing to the north of the town. A large wooden hut was built and dedicated on the 9th of October 1961, and for the next 10 years served the community in a variety of ways, from regular worship to the newly formed day centre for the elderly housebound. But by 1975 it was felt that a permanent building was needed, a parish church in its own right. So the old Stamford Water Company land on Green Lane was purchased, and a local architect, Viv Chamberlain, was commissioned to design a new church centre. By selling some of the land on Willoughby Road, the PCC raised funds for stage 1 of the building, comprising of the vestry, kitchen, toilets and entrance hall. This was completed by Cousins in 1978, and shortly afterwards the diocese gave the green light for stage 2. This was to build the church itself on the top of the huge redundant water tank. This enormous tank had been used for storage of all sorts, including old newspapers waiting to be recycled. But later, in 2005, the tank itself was converted into a cafe and recreation room, and this was popular with local teens for a number of years. Stage 2 was finished on the 12th of October 1979 and was dedicated by the Bishop of Grantham the very next day. Over 300 people attended the service, and thus the building began its life as a focal centre for Anglican worship and activities in the local community. The day centre is still going strong, and now a few of the present members recall their memories of Christ Church down the years.
I'm Joyce Beale. I've been coming to Christ Church for about 35 years. I used to go down the hut when it was down the bottom. I come to the day centre, which is very nice and very friendly.
I remember when Christ Church was just a wooden hut down Willoughby Road. In fact, 2 of my children were christened there. I still live in the same house, which is about 100 yards away from it. I've only recently come to the day centre, but there's such a lot of lovely people and I'm so happy to be here. It doesn't seem like 40 years since this place was built. How time flies.
I remember Christ Church in a shed in Willoughby Road, and my daughter was christened there.
I discovered this what's going on here and decided to come along, and I'm trying to remember if on the odd occasion my husband came as well. It's such a long time ago, I can't remember, but I have found coming here fabulous. I love it.
I can remember Mr. Ingram. I was a home help, used to go around houses asking to collect their newspapers, and I used to bring the newspapers to Mr. Ingram. And one day I had the courage to ask him what he wanted with all these bags of newspapers, and he told me it was to build a church. His daughter played the organ at Christ Church, and I remember the opening of this place and coming to the first few services. But we were in the raft, so we eventually left Stamford and went away. But that's what I remember of Christ Church.
Hi, my name is Tina. I remember Bob McQuill, the first vicar I came, and my dad helped to build the foundation. But also my children are now grown up, used to come to Sunday school here. And I volunteer here for Start Afresh, Day Centre, minibus, and I really love it, and it's really good to serve the community.
Hi, my name's Lel Nichols. I have been coming to Christchurch for approximately 5-ish years. Followed a friend here to support him doing some lay reading and never looked back really. I was appointed as the first ever children and youth minister back in 2017, a few years ago now, and so I've been in post roughly 2.5 years. I started Pause for Prayer with Bear, my dog, looks like that, Bear the prayer dog, and he comes out with me normally once a week and we pray around the parish. And he's a bit of an icebreaker and he breaks people's hearts, and we have lots of good conversations, and people can be asked for prayer on the streets as well, so that's really good. I do an assembly over at Bluecoat once a month, and I do a lunch club at Stamford Welland, and I do a tots group here and a youth club as well, so it's very busy, lots going on. What else can I tell you? I'm a street pastor, been a street pastor in Stamford for the last 8 years, go out on shift once every 2 months now, because I can't do every month because I'm working here on Sunday mornings. But yeah, it's good fun, lots going on, and it's been an absolute privilege to be part of Christchurch's story, albeit for a very short snapshot in time over these last 40 years. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Hey, hi, my name's Tim. I'm part of the Christchurch Stamford Community Car Scheme that I run here. We have 680 people on our scheme, which is absolutely fantastic. I've been coming here to Christchurch for the last 5 years. I started in Start Afresh as a member, and I've worked all my way up since then to become the manager of the car scheme.
Every Good Friday, members of the congregation gather to march around Stamford in the annual Walk of Witness. Organised by Churches Together, it gives an opportunity for all denominations to come together and share the gospel with the wider community. In August 2017, a celebration event with music and various activities was held on the Bluecoat School playing fields opposite. This was a popular and well-attended event, taking place, of course, in the middle of the long summer holidays. The 40th anniversary weekend was marked by a celebratory tea party on Saturday afternoon, a team of volunteers having set up the hall to ensure a warm welcome for the visitors. And of course, there were special activities for all the children. The following Sunday morning service was graced by the visit of the Bishop of Grantham, Bishop Nicholas Chamberlain. The previous vicar, the Reverend Nicky Bates, having moved to a new parish the year before, the service was thus conducted by Dr. Laura Mitchell. All ran without a hitch. A buffet lunch was held afterwards, with members of the congregation bringing food to share with others. And so what does the next 40 years hold for Christchurch? God willing, next year there'll be a new vicar, and thus inevitably a new chapter will open in the life of the church. But whatever the future holds, we can be absolutely certain that the church will maintain its central role in the spiritual life of the community it seeks to serve.